welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Money Huddle. It's your boy Dre Rich and my partner in crime in this betting world, sports. Shaq, what's good, bro?
Another day, man. Another crappy Thursday night game. So we'll see how that goes.
They were doing so well, and then they just gave us Ravens, Dolphins. Then they gave us this crapshoot. But we'll get to that in a second. We got to get through what happened in Week 9 because a lot of things have happened in Week 9 because it's getting serious. Like
getting real
dominoes are falling
man.
to where people are like, yeah, it's getting real sticky out here, man. And there's games that are later this week that should be right now. Like Thursday Night Football should be Seahawks Niners. It should be. Like, why would they should flex that and then move this
that division
game?
If you're gonna give us a divisional game, at least give us one that's close, like one that matters. Like the Raiders they're done, man. They were cooked as soon as they lost to the Jags. Like
before the bye week. Like
they're 3-5. Now they're 3-6. It's not good.
Yeah, but that is true though. That division is close because the Chiefs also have lost 4 games. So like the Raiders sadly are not out of the contention, which is kind of weird. But we'll get through these. Yeah, somehow they're still in it. They won 3 games. I guess it's enough to maybe even win the AFC West. Who knows? But let's get through Week 9 because some bullshit happened to us. We won some games, we lost some games. But let's start off with the nice stuff. We'll start off with you and your Denver Broncos, who are playing on Thursday Night Football. We'll get to that in a second. But Denver plus 1.5 at Texas minus 1.5. Over under was 39.5. You had the money line for the Broncos cashed. Okay, never in doubt.
Easy money.
Even though it was scary.
It was funny. I went back to that and listened to the last podcast, and I actually called the score too. I was like, it could be 15-12, 18-15 type of game, all field goals. And that's exactly what it was. I nailed this game.
It was unblemishing. Like, he knew it was going to be a really low-scoring game. He said the under was good too. So, like, RJ Harvey had a huge reception. Touchdown.
Easy money. Cashed.
Kyrie Fairbairn, over 1.5 field goals, cashed.
Guaranteed.
Because he was the offense. He had all the points for the Texans.
6 field goals.
It makes no sense.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. 18-15. Ugly game. Defense. If you like defense, that was the game to watch because they were smash mouth, bro. Like, if you're a defensive guy, watch that. Go back and watch that game. It was fun to watch that game, honestly.
Kyrie Fairbairn at home, just book him for 2 field goals. Okay? Book him. He might give you 4. 5.
Especially when General Mills is throwing the football.
Yes, with Davis Mills behind center, you guys just
Captain Crunch, dog.
They ain't scoring no red zone drives, I promise you. But I start off this week bad with the Panthers. Fucking Panthers, bro. I wanted them to score points, right? And they did. But enough to where they won the game and my over lost because their defense actually put Jordan Love on ice.
I think Kincaid or Kraft went down like early second quarter in that game, and the Packers they moved the ball. He had 270 passing yards. It was just they were missing their guy, and he had just solidified being their guy, and so that was a big loss, really.
Besides Jordan Love's rushing ability, they really are showing to be like a Ravens type team. Good defense, and our tight end is our best receiver. Like, literally.
Was.
Hurt. Could be out for next week. We'll see. Well, a couple weeks. We'll see. But the over did not hit because Panthers won a 14-13, a 14-12 game. It was a really weird game. Really weird
Yeah,
score
it
too.
was like 16-13 or something like that.
Yeah, something stupid. But then Rico Dowdle though continues to kick
Smack.
ass. Continues. It will
Yeah,
never stop.
he pulled his groin in this game twice, and I thought he was done. I was like, oh, there he goes. And 2 plays later, he comes back in and starts running a mud hole through him. And then not even a play or two after that, he blows his groin again. I'm like, oh, there he goes, dude. No, this man continued on for another 60 yards and a touchdown after that. He will not be stopped, bro. I
Bro,
like this guy.
he ran over 100 yards again.
Insane. Yeah.
It makes no
Against a
sense,
good
bro.
Packers defense.
But like, it just shows the Cowboys are fucking stupid.
Oh, well, we'll get to fucking stupid when we talk this week's trade deadline with the Cowboys.
But then Josh Jacobs did score a touchdown in the end, which saved a couple of my parlays because that's what I had. I was like, okay, he has to score. And he scored in the very end of it. But then your game two, Colts -3.5 at Steelers +3.5, over under 50.5. You had the over, and it was close. It was 47. Really close.
It's close, but the Steelers got up big early and they just started running the ball second half. Killing time, short little drives. They punted back to them a lot, but it was still just handoffs. Like Rodgers really didn't have to throw. It was close though. He was still close on that too, because the Colts kind of tried to make it a game, but they just couldn't get there. I think Rodgers had 222, 221, something like that. He was real close.
Yes.
But like I said, the whole second half, I think he only had like 9 attempts at passing. Like they were up that big.
Yeah, the clock was getting drained so fast. And it's like,
It was
if
not
you're not
good.
making the
And they
game,
kept
Cole,
getting turnovers in the red zone.
yes, short field. Short fields, y'all. I'm telling you, I gave y'all the rundown on how to bet the under on a quarterback's passing attempts and everything like that. And we will get to that because I did succeed after I gave y'all that information. But Tyler Warren did not have a touchdown. He also didn't score either. It was a receivers game for the Colts for real.
Yeah.
They were going off.
It was,
Like
I mean,
Alec Pierce going off. Like I don't know why. Like it's weird because like I do like the wide receivers, okay, except for Cooper Kupp. Like he's the only one I don't like. But all the other ones in
I
the
just don't
league,
get the hate for Coop, man.
all the other ones in the league, bro, I like. Even Adam Thielen, I like Adam Thielen. I like Ricky
Man,
Pearsall.
I see. That's where we'll differ. I like Coop the Cup, and I can't stand Adam Thielen, dude.
I like Adam Thielen, bro. But
I can't stand his old ass.
I like Alec Pierce, bro. He's good.
He is
Um,
good. I mean, they're good enough that they moved on for some pieces in
yeah.
in Indianapolis.
We
Like
can even go to Braxton Berrios. I like him too.
he's
The old
fast,
Jet.
man.
The old Jet.
Barrios is all right. He's a good third, fourth wide receiver.
But there's not a lot of them in the league. So the ones that do we do like, gotta give them a shout out or extra hate.
Hey, there was one more. Wasn't it? What's his name for the Chiefs last year? Justin something.
Oh, Justin Watson? Oh, he's balling.
Justin Watson. Yeah,
Oh,
I
he's a
like
guy, bro.
Watson.
I like him.
Shout out, giving
Shout out
us
Justin
one
Watson, bro.
one for us, man.
And then on the other side, I do like I really enjoy the good white DBs like
Hey, hey,
Harrison Smith, bro. He's a lethal.
Dijon, buddy, Cooper
And
Dijon.
Cooper D.
Hey, Blankenship's not bad either, bro.
I like Blankenship too. I'm saying yeah. So
Siding Whites.
there's some guys out there they're white, but they're playing defense and they'll hit you.
Hey, man, but they fit right in at Philly.
Exactly. Oh yeah, most of them are from Philly, so you don't see a lot of them anywhere else. But Saints +14, Rams -14, over under 43.5. Of course the Rams were gonna whoop that ass, man. It's Tyler Ew. Tyler Ew.
Tyler shucks. Tyler sucks.
Yeah, like, bro, he is bad. Bad, bad.
Oh, brother, this guy
Bro,
stinks.
how did you come out as a 26-year-old rookie and you are that bad? Like
Like, what did you
whoever
learn?
made that draft pick, wasted. Wasted.
Yeah, I'm sure he was very late. Probably sure he was a really late round pick. But of course,
Not
Puka
good.
scored a touchdown, bro. Because Cooper Cup was gone. Puka is the guy. He came back off the injury and was like, off the bye week, and was like, yeah, I'm back.
Think that's his. But you know what's crazy is that's only like his second touchdown of the whole season.
He's too busy scoring yards, bro. 100-yard games.
And Devontae Adams be robbing them 2-yard passes, dude.
He
He
does,
is a
man.
touchdown machine this year.
He is. He's a clutch. He did good while he was gone.
Devontae
Hopefully, he continues.
Adams steal in
But
fantasy drafts late.
Alvin Kamara did not have 2.5 receptions. He only had one for 3 yards, which is also
He's
leading up to
playing
the
beat
pass
up
taken.
too.
He's retired now.
Well, they've come out and said that he got hurt, I think, 2 weeks ago. Not bad enough that he couldn't play, but he's playing beat up, and he is pretty much the only thing they got besides Olave. And I don't know, man. He should retire. He should have been open to being traded. At least go get a ring somewhere. He's never been close to a ring, and he just doesn't. He's done, man. The motivation's gone for him just by the sounds of what I've heard. So yeah, it sucks because he was really good, dude. He's got some records. He's a great running back. Was.
And that's what I'm saying, bro, about he needs to retire. Because if you don't have the drive to get traded because you like where you're at and not get a ring before you retire, like you honestly don't really want to win. So where are you? Why are you even out here getting risking getting hurt?
Yeah. What's the point?
Because you like the Saints jerseys? What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, dude, no, I'm not playing and getting hurt for the team. I want to win. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Makes no sense to me.
hey, he's a true lifer, whether it be a delirious lifer or not. He's a lifer.
That's all he's ever played for, man.
But Vikings plus 8.5 at Lions minus 8.5. Over under was 48.5. You thought the Lions were going to win by 8.5, and they got trounced.
Man, this game was tough. Like this is an outlier game for Gibbs. Really didn't think this would be the way it was, but they shut him down. It was the lowest career yards he's had since becoming a professional. He had 26 total yards in that game. And you go back and look at the numbers on all that. It was a trap game, honestly, because he has owned the Vikings in every game. Even, I mean, at least yards wise, he has been effective. And Brian Flores came in and shut that shit down. So, I mean, I guess I was just off on this one. Trap game, man. I got trapped. I really thought the Lions, it was in Detroit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's why I'm at home. Gibbs, you just look at all the numbers. This was one of those games, dude. I just think it was divisional, and McCarthy came out. They executed a game plan, and he did well.
I know
But
what
I still
happened,
think
bro.
he sucks.
I know what happened, bro. It's another classic case of Jared Goff under pressure with the blitz. He is not a good decision maker, bro. And
No, he needs a
a
pocket.
mannequin sit in the pocket. You can't go anywhere. So if you collapse that pocket, he's going down.
Well, and that's the thing. He needs a run game because his slow ass on that was the thing that I think Ben Johnson was always frustrated with, and you see him doing it in Chicago is the rollout game. And you need a somewhat speedy quarterback. The faster he is on the rollout, the better odds of making a throw and beating coverage there is. And he really couldn't do that with Goff. And when you see him do it, it'd always be this short check down, screen pass, something behind, something short. It was never these big throws because he couldn't get out on the edge fast enough. So when you pressure him and there's no pocket for him, there's no run game, and they shut the run game down, which means you've got to pin your ears back and go after the quarterback. He's cement shoes out there, dude. And that was his knock since college. It still is. Throws a pretty ball, but he cannot be rushed.
He really does not make quick reads. And that's what the Rams did when they got rid of him. They're like, if we're going to get a mannequin that can't run, we're going to get a quick thinking one. Give me Matt Stafford because he's going to not move at all. He's a bad back, but he's going to throw that ball fast. He's not.
Oh, he's got a rocket. Yeah.
His body literally can't afford to take a sack. So he's like, ah.
Yeah, they've done really well at protecting him this year, honestly. But
like that Super Bowl,
yeah,
bro, that
that's
Super Bowl
the
year,
thing.
bro.
Say what?
That Super Bowl year with Cooper Kupp. Cooper was really good because he was getting the short passes and he was taking them long, taking them deep. So it's like
he's fast.
Roger
before he blew his ACL out.
Yeah, and it's like Goff needs to make quicker decisions if he's going to not move. Like, dude.
Well, they got exposed in that Super Bowl that he did play in against New England because they sent 5 a lot and they pressured him and they could not move the ball. They could not score. And that's what they had done all year. And New England just played man coverage and blitzed the shit out of him. And they disrupted him. It was a low-scoring game.
It's also why he beat the Bengals. Because it's like, the Rams did because they couldn't get pressure. If they can get pressure on Jared Goff, why they struggle against beating the Packers? Because the pressure is too much.
Well, and that was just like last year with Stafford and us in the wild card game or the playoffs. I think it was divisional round. We got pressure on Stafford, and it made a difference.
I agree. It needs to happen. If or else you're gonna be able to make bad decisions or none at all, and you get sacked.
Yeah, he's a
which
tough.
killed him.
He's
He
a
got
tough
sacked a
SID,
lot.
though.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, I think we had 6 in that game.
Yeah, Goff got sacked a lot in this game. Like,
it was rough.
That's not good. So, good luck to the Lions. I'm not sure who they play next, but good luck to them. But Jimmy Gibbs did not score a touchdown. And
pretty sure it's the Bears this weekend.
They're not getting pressure on anybody. They suck. Bro, they couldn't even get Joe Flacco down.
No.
So they ain't getting Jared Goff down.
No.
Nope. Mm-mm.
This is the only prop I cast on this one was Addison, and it was on two big
Jordan,
catches.
Yeah, Jordan Addison, bro, he had 2 deep balls. Now, I like McCarthy in there more than Wentz because of that. The deep balls more. It's not accurate, but he'll give him a chance. He ain't got nothing to live for, bro. He's a rookie. Nothing to live for. Here you go. Like,
you got to have a labrum on the other side to be able to put all your body into it.
Yeah, and Wentz does not have a labrum at all. It's torn off the bone.
Yeah, it's not good.
Ham hocked his shoulder.
Yeah, dude, he should retire.
And then here's my whip: Chiefs -1.5 at Bills +1.5. Over under is 52.5. I thought the Chiefs were going to change the narrative, and they almost did, but they couldn't guard the run. And no, it wasn't Josh Allen. Over 42.5 rushing yards. That was a loss. It was freaking James Cook, who
ate their lunch again.
Like the first 100-yard rusher on the Chiefs. The first 100-yard rusher on the Chiefs this season.
Dude, and he's had over 100 yards every game he's ever played against them.
It's a book it. It's a guaranteed gonna happen.
Smashing.
Seriously.
It's insane.
Brashard Smith was non-existent because I guess Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's back. What the What the hell?
They brought him up from the practice squad, and he looked terrible because that's a terrible decision. And then they were playing from behind. Like the Bills had a pretty big lead at halftime, so they had to throw a lot. And I'll give you a fun fact about this game. So this was Josh Allen's best completion percentage game of his career at 88%, and this was Mahomes' worst at 48% of his career. Both of them had career high and career low in percentages in this game.
I do not believe the Chiefs will go into Buffalo in the postseason and beat them. But I would not bet against. I still wouldn't. I wouldn't bet against the Chiefs in that game either. Like I'm going to double back.
Well,
to the
and you
Chiefs.
know, man, they don't lose. The Chiefs don't lose against Buffalo in the playoffs. Josh Allen has never beat them in the playoffs.
But something has to change on one of these fronts. It may
Yeah,
not.
somebody else has to beat the Chiefs first.
No, bro. It has to be either this year or next year. The Chiefs either beat the Bills in the season or the Bills beat the Chiefs in the postseason. One of these years, bro, it has to happen. And it could be this year with the Bills in the playoffs. I would not bet that, but it could happen.
Watch the Colts take the fucking Chiefs out first round of the wild card.
Bro, I was thinking that the Colts would, bro, just like it happened that one year, bro, with T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck. That was fucking crazy. Bro,
Blew a 45-25 point lead.
Bro, I'm in the house with like 6 other roommates. I live in a frat house, and then like they're all Chiefs fans going crazy, and one Bears fan. But I'm like, oh shit. By halftime, I'm like, dang, what happened to the league?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
third
that
quarter,
game was
bro,
nuts.
they're down by 14 in third quarter, and they're like, I'm like, this is actually scary, guys. They're like, no, it's not. We're still gonna win. I'm like, Alex Smith does not have enough.
No,
You know,
that game was nuts.
But yeah, so good luck,
Andrew Luck,
Chiefs.
man. It's a damn shame.
Even though the Bills are a better team than most teams, I do think this game shows that the Chiefs are very beatable. Very beatable. But
Yeah.
who knows?
And they've
Maybe,
lost to good teams.
maybe Andy Reid didn't flip over the Waffle House menu though. Okay. He used one side. He was like, okay, we ain't gonna use this one to the playoffs, just in case I gotta bring it out. You know? Instead,
make it to the fucking playoffs, Andy. Look at this
exactly.
shit. You
might not make it.
have beat nobody. You've beat nobody. You beat a bad Ravens team where Lamar went down and their whole defense was decimated. Just like an apocalyptic fucking zombie field back there, full of fucking D2 guys. Who else did they beat? They beat the Raiders.
The Raiders, bro.
They beat the Jags.
The Jags, bro.
You beat nobody.
Yeah, no one, bro.
You've lost to us. You lost to the Bills. You lost to the first week. Who'd they play week 1? That was a big game too.
They played. Man, they played. Oh, they beat the Lions too.
Beat the Lions, but the Lions are so hit or miss. But
They
Chiefs
beat the
lost
Commanders.
week 1. I can't remember who they played opening week, but
They beat the Commanders.
they've beat nobody. No, Commanders.
They lost to the. Oh, they beat the Giants.
Yeah, that's not good.
They lost to the Chargers, bro. In the week 1 in Brazil. And Brazil. But yeah, so Sunday Night Football. We had Seahawks -3 at Commanders +3 over under 48.5. We had the Seahawks on the money line, and it did cash because Seahawks said, y'all thought y'all were a good team. However, Jaden Daniels coming back this early, we're going to wreck him. And they wrecked him again.
Nasty.
Bad. But And Jigba did not score a
Straight
touchdown. He said
backhanded
100
his
yards.
own ass.
Literally. Yeah. Like so in Jigba, similar to Nakua, he gets yards, bro, not touchdowns.
Well, what's crazy is I thought he did, but I'll have to look. I don't remember, but they had 4 straight touchdowns to spawn 4 straight drives for 4 passing touchdowns. Like
2 of them were
Torrey
for
Horton had
Horton.
a night.
Yeah, 2 of them for
Yeah,
Horton. But
yeah. Horton's going to be big second half, but it's kind of weird that we'll get into the trade deadline. That was the other trade that was really weird.
also AJ Barner, the tight end, got a rushing touchdown, which is funny.
Yeah, that was a weird little play.
That's funny, dude. I had his
That was
receptions.
some second half. Yeah, that was some second half to go up 35-7. Like
Zach Ertz did not score a touchdown because he's old and his quarterback is hurt. So what do you want from him? Okay.
yeah, he's pretty much a drop candidate. He's an ass back. Get his ass back on the bench in your fantasy lineups.
But he did have over 3.5 receptions, so that cashed for us. And Jaden Daniels over 1.5 passing touchdowns did not hit because I don't know, man.
They look bad.
Yeah, dude. I don't like where this team's going at all.
Called that at the beginning of the season. Everybody was big on him, man.
Who might be worse than them, and I'll let Shaq decide, is what happened on Monday Night Football. And it was Cardinals.
Oh, my God.
Plus 3.5 at the Cowboys, minus 3.5 over under 53.5. We did bet on the over, and that wouldn't have hit either, though. So we would have lost either way.
No.
But
this game did not go any way we thought it would.
The Cowboys minus 3.5 lost. I think the books knew that the Cardinals had a chance here because
I'll give you a crazy stat that the books didn't know, but I didn't see this anywhere until after the game. The Cardinals, since they've gone to Arizona, are 3-10 on Monday night. Do you know whether all 3 of those wins are against the Cowboys? Crazy.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They are 3-10 as far as Monday night games forever. And all 3 of those wins are now against the Cowboys. All on Monday night.
To this day,
they will whoop them every time they play the primetime games. That's bad.
It's crazy. I was like, wow. Where's that stat when you need it?
Cowboys are weird because the offense didn't do anything. Like McBride, though. McBride, touchdown.
The Cardinals, man. The Cardinals are a sneaky good defense. They've just given games up late with Kyler Murray, honestly. I feel like they should just bench him and keep Jacoby. Like, they already said they're starting Brissett this next week. And I feel like he gives you the best chance to win.
Exactly. I think he does too. He actually played very well. Like, unafraid, everything. But
and that Cowboys defense is that bad.
That we told you that we're terrible. But I'll tell you why in a minute. But Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns, that was a loss because he threw one, but he's struggling to throw touchdowns. Okay, that's not good because y'all were an offensive team overall. Now you can't lean on your defense or your offense. Now what?
It's not good. And they're fully healthy on offense. So
no excuses, bro.
I don't know. They got shut down.
Jake Ferguson, over 5.5 receptions, was a loss. He only had 5.
Yeah.
So 1 short, the 0.5, the hook got us. But Joey Brissett did throw under 35.5 passing attempts. It was close. I told you it'd be close. It was 32 is what he threw.
Dang.
Because the Cowboys were giving up huge chunks. Told you. How many big plays can the defense limit? They didn't limit much. And then Kennedy ran on. Yeah, they got ran the hell on. Everybody was getting yards on them. All three running backs had over 20 yards, bro.
Don't worry. They went out and solved that.
Yeah, so it was a recipe for the under, and we'll continue this recipe trend to bet on more unders on passing attempts. So I think that's my best. Those are my most won bets are the passing attempts for quarterbacks, either over or under. Those are my most hit picks consistently. Uh, and Shaq's are the over unders. If over under of a game total, Shaq's on fire statistically. He's over 80% when it comes to this over or under this season. He's going crazy.
Can't December 1st, boys. When the books hit, we can bet some real shit, not just props. We'll still give you guys props.
Yeah.
I've got things. I will give you whatever games we're not going to be covering on here. I will be putting out my picks for the main slate on Sundays on my over-unders and little short videos. So look for it on TikTok and whatnot. We'll get it out there on the platforms for sure. But once we're on the books here, December 1st in Missouri, I will be giving out more bets that we don't cover on the podcast. You have to follow Money Huddle to get that though. So, but
yeah,
looking out for that soon.
Like and subscribe because the YouTube shorts are hitting. The views are there. We need more for the videos, guys. Maybe it's because us having too long ass videos, maybe, but we will try to cut that down a little bit, so maybe like a 40-minute videos instead of a whole hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. But we have fun, man. So sometimes fun just goes a little longer. Trade deadline news. Let's hear it. Shaq's been on the trade deadline since it was rumored to start and quiet to begin.
Man, it's crazy. This was like an NBA trade deadline. Like people were moving. Big names got moved. Let's start with the Cowboys. I kept teasing with them. We thought Jerry Jones had said something during the game about I made a trade, but I can't say nothing yet. Can't give it away yet. And we come at 8 a.m. on Tuesday morning. We traded a 7th rounder for a benched linebacker, and then the second worst defense in the league, the Bengals.
Oh.
I don't know what happened there with Wilson. And then they decided to give the first round pick that they got from Green Bay to the Jets for Quentin Williams, who needs to be re-signed on big money. Why didn't you just keep Micah? Now you've got two guys. You got Kenny Clark, who's older, and Quinn Williams, who's been on a bad team, who just went to a not so much better team. I just don't. It makes no sense. So you gave up first round equity to get a guy that needs to be re-signed that you got for a guy that you could have re-signed. Makes no sense. And then you went out and got a linebacker for the second worst defense in the league. So that is the Cowboys. That is dysfunction at its finest. But we'll get off to the Cowboys.
Guy stinks.
Can't expect any better from him. You know what I mean? That's Jerry Jones. So the Cowboys will not win a ring till he dies or retires. Gives up the GM room. So, but I will tell you this: there was other big moves. Seattle went out and traded for Shahid Shaheed from the Saints. I think they gave up a second for him, a second or a third. I can't remember on that one. But they bolstered that roster, and that tells me that Cooper Kupp might be hurt, might be the number 4 guy, because he is a deep threat.
I don't like Cooper Kupp, bro. I'm sorry.
He hates him. So, but he is hurt. Did not play in this game. You saw Torrey Horton light it up, and they're bolstering up, man. They're going to make a playoff run because that division is tight. But now they've got their deep threat. They've got possession guy with JSN, and then they've got a little bit of everything with Torrey Horton. So they're loading up with that trade. Your Jets, man, they were wheeling and dealing like we were saying. They got a first rounder for Quentin Williams. They absolutely robbed the Indianapolis Colts The Colts gave away their first-round pick this last year and Adonai Mitchell to you guys. They gave around next year's first-round pick to you guys. Then next year, 2027 first-round pick to you guys. All for Sauce Gardner, who's beat up, who's been beat on this year, who's been lit up specifically by the Colts. They threw it right at him and destroyed him. So, I don't know. Your GM actually did something good there. So they're gonna try and rebuild. You guys are in a rebuild mode anyways. They're giving it one more shot. The only thing that to me doesn't make sense with your Jets is, and we disagree here, but Breece Hall should have been moved because he's gonna walk at the end of the year for free, unless you franchise tag him and trade him next year. But I don't know. I feel like you guys should get something for him while you can. He doesn't want to be there. This season is a scratch. It's a rebuild. The man wants to play somewhere competitive. He's a 1,000-yard rusher. He's going to walk no matter what. He doesn't want to be a Jet. Can't have a guy like that in your locker room. Get something for him. So that made no sense.
It sucks, too, because like he literally asked, get me out of here. You're trading everybody. I want to leave, too. And we were like,
We do not care.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to run the ball about 30 more times out there. Okay, you are the team now.
Literally, it's like we can do a
The
favor.
only guy they didn't want, they were like, Garrett Wilson's untouchable. I'm like, cool, he's not even playing, dude. Nobody wants Garrett right now. Like, he's hurt.
Yeah, no one wants Garrett, honestly.
So I don't trust who they drafted quarterback next year. This draft looks like it's a trap draft at quarterback. Arch Manning's talking about playing another year before he comes out. He might not even be in this draft next year. So
We're gonna keep
I don't know,
Fields,
man.
bro.
That's a terrible decision.
Cheaper.
Fields is terrible, man. Yeah, cheap because he's trash. I mean, should be free.
And then any more news?
But other trades, real quick, we'll just get to it. I'm trying to think. There was another big move. Oh, the Eagles. My bad. Flaking on my own guys. We got Jalen Phillips for a fifth rounder that could turn into a compensatory third. That's Howie Roseman working magic. And we picked up Jair Alexander. Killed it there. The Bills made no trades. They feel pretty solid. Chiefs made no trades. So you saw a lot of teams that were just selling out and other teams bolstering up for a playoff run. So a lot of big names moved, and it's not usually like that. So
Well, yeah,
it was good. It was good.
Jacoby Myers.
And Jacoby Myers, that's right. Jacoby Myers got traded to Jacksonville for a fourth and a sixth rounder to the Vegas Raiders. So they didn't get much, really. That was the only piece they really moved. But they've got a lot of late round capital for the Raiders. But they need a quarterback, and I think that draft, this feels like a Josh Rose. A couple Josh Rosens are going to be in this draft. You know what I mean?
Oh,
There's going to be some small guy like Josh Allen that people are not so big on that comes out and ends up being the best guy. So I don't know.
Or a freaking DeVito or something.
Yeah, gosh, yeah, something bad. So I don't trust this draft. I mean, we'll see what it looks like. It's slowly turning into a defensive draft. And everybody was bragging about how this is going to be the greatest quarterback class in the last 20 years. And now it's like, oh, these quarterbacks, they're not looking so good. And I think there's 19 or 20 guys in the first round projected as defensive first round guys. So just depends on team needs, and we'll see.
Well, that is your trade deadline news. I feel like it should have been bigger than what it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of big names moved. You obviously robbed them. The Jets got a haul for what they got. I mean, they got 3 first round. They got your last year's first rounder. You guys picked up Adonai Mitchell, so the Colts first round this last year. You picked up next year's first rounder off of them, and then 2027's first rounder off of them, all for just Sauce Gardner. And you got a first rounder from the Cowboys.
I think teams were strapped for cash. this year, I think, which is going to
Well,
limit to. It's going to keep you from really spending money. Like Miles Garrett should have been gone.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he doesn't get traded or moved in the offseason. I think he might change his tone after he's got his contract. It's just about who's going to take on that contract, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of heavy contracts, these two teams, Broncos at Raiders. Broncos plus 9.5, Raiders minus 9.5, over under 42.5. Both these coaches got heavy contracts to come coach these teams. And
Well,
they're
Sean Payton seems to be living up to it.
yeah, but we'll say he had more to live for coming into this one than Pete Carroll did.
Pete Carroll is not a bad coach, but he did take over a flaming pile of dog shit of a team.
And then wanted to get Geno Smith back to do nothing.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, man, and this is what I've noticed and what they've done. They brought Tyler Lockett in. Like, you know what bad old guys do is they bring in old, reliable guys that they're comfortable with that are past their prime. You see them do it constantly, and you can't coach like that. You either get with the times or you get left behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. Pete Carroll's not a bad coach, but it's just Geno Smith is a terrible decision. They drafted well with Ginty, but I don't know. He is a run first coach, and Geno is just terrible. I don't know why you would get him. So we'll see what they do in this draft too.
They're going to need a lot more than just. They need some DBs, some linebackers, some more receivers now that Jacoby's gone.
If I were them, I would have traded Max Crosby to the Cowboys for 2 firsts.
Yes. But bad franchises, bad front offices, and our bet is for the Raiders to shit the bed, as we all think they're going to happen, and the Broncos to really struggle, not because they're bad, but because that probably is the game script. Run the ball, get upfield. Yeah, we're gonna go upfield because the Raiders can be passed on. That is guaranteed. They can be passed on. They allow the 6th most attempts, so they're going to get attempts from this Broncos team. It's just we don't see the Raiders doing anything to contribute to the over in this game. So it could be a 34 like 6 game. It could be a blowout, or it could be a 28-10 game.
Well, here's my thing. I feel like it'll be low scoring. I think it's a divisional game. Here's the green. It's a short week. So the Raiders are going to be using pretty much the same game script. Not that they've changed it much this year, but bash the run, hyper target Bowers over the middle, get the play action going, get the ball out quick. So Bowers should have a good night, but that Broncos defense is legit. It's not Jacksonville. They every time you catch the ball, they're going to make sure that you're coming into their secondary. Like, they hit hard. Tufunga is not a safety to fuck with, and Bowers has just gotten back, so it all comes down to Bowers is going to have his, but what else? Somebody else is going to have to make a play here, and I just trusted Broncos defense more, but yeah, then again, I see short field opportunities here, so I'm not big on Bronco yards. I don't trust their receivers. They got young guys that have had flashes this year. But I like Geno Smith to throw a pick against this defense for sure. Like, this should be a gimme pick. I think people are sleeping on it because he hasn't really thrown one this year, but he's also not really played very good defenses or very good football to begin with. They are a run-first team, like I was saying. They really need to get Genty going to be able to put up points to get Bowers open, because that now with no Jacoby Myers there after the trade deadline, Jack Besh didn't even start last week. He didn't touch the field. That's their second-round guy from last year. So it comes down to Thornton, who's a deep threat guy, and I can't tell you who their other receiver is.
Trey Tucker.
So yeah, Tucker. So Tucker and Thornton. So the only way Bowers gets open isn't from the receivers. It's going to be through the run game and play action. And Geno is going to have pressure all night. If he tries to roll out, some Bronco will be there to hit him. They blitz off the edge. He's pressured. He makes bad decisions. You saw how he threw that 2-point conversion under pressure. He sucked. So give me a Geno pick all day.
He's 100% not good. And your number 2 is Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals.
Yeah, like I said, divisional game. Think it'll be low scoring. We're taking the under. Sean Payton will take points. He won't be satisfied with field goals, but he will take them. And if they're up by at least 7, if they're up by 7, 10 points, he'll take a field goal all day. He's not going to go for it on 4th down unless it's to kill time. He's a points guy, and Will Lutz is good for it, especially in Vegas, in a dome. He's pretty reliable. And I just feel like in a divisional game, there'll be stops in the red zone. The Raiders' defense is decent. You can throw on them, but they don't have, the best receivers in Denver. Cortland Sutton's slowly getting old, and they got a bunch of young guys that haven't really figured out who the number 2 is yet, but they've had flashes. So I feel like Will Lutz will have at least 3 opportunities to put field goals on the board tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think he has over 1.5. The Raiders allow 1.8 field goals per game. It's top half of the league. So Will Lutz, he's a sure leg too. He's a sure guy to get the ball into the uprights. My first prop does not correlate. Both of my props don't really correlate, okay, with the under, but it's because I know how you get up the field on this Raiders team. It's through the air. Okay, Bo Nix over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Okay, I think Bo Nix is going to have a day, especially after not having one against the Texans. I can see Max Crosby making it really tough on him, which leads to my other prop. Bo Nix over 20.5 completions. They're not going to give him time to throw the ball. They're not giving him time, bro. You're going to throw it to those small, fast receivers, Evan Ingram. Like you're not throwing it deep to Cortland Sutton, who also has had 2 touchdowns in the last 2 games he's played against the Raiders. I just don't see the Raiders giving him the opportunity to throw the ball deep downfield. Okay, Cortland Sutton, he has good games against them, but they're not like Madden numbers. They're not like 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's more like 60 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 receptions, because they're not throwing the ball deep. Like, I'm not sure why they can't throw the ball deep. Like, maybe Diablo is pretty decent out there in the deep third of the field, but they're not getting anything deep. And I think that it'll be a lot of check downs, short passes up the field, which also limits the time and possession for us to hit this under as well. But I'm on the over 20.5 completions for him. The last game he played against the Raiders, he had 25 completions on 32 attempts. Man was efficient. So I see him having an easy day. Like, they're not going to try to go crazy on a game where they should definitely win and limit, bad decision making. So short passes should be the game. And that is our games for this Thursday Night Football. I'll go over the recap again for what we just talked about on this game. And then we will see y'all on Friday for the weekend episode. But we have Thursday Night Football, crapshoot, Broncos plus 9.5, at Raiders minus 9.5, over under 42.5. Our consensus bet is the under 42.5. We don't believe it's going to be that crazy of a game. We think it's going to be defensive, and the Raiders only can play better defense. Like, they can't outscore the Broncos. They know they can't do that. So they have to limit their scoring. That'd be probably the focus for Pete Carroll is to stay in the game. Bend don't break. Bend don't break. Not we're gonna outscore. We're gonna score 30 points tonight. No, he knows that ain't fucking happening. No matter how much he really wants it to happen, it's not happening. So
It don't matter how hard he chews that gum over there, man. They ain't getting 30 points, man. He chomps that gum like he's motivating somebody, dude. He's like putting gas in an engine or something. It's crazy.
it's the old head, the old
It don't
school stuff.
matter. There's no way they hang 30 tonight.
No, there's zero chance, and it ain't gonna happen, bro. So both of them are run first offenses too. So we can see it. We can see it happening. We can see it going down. Um, Shaq's first prop is Geno interception. Geno Smith will throw an interception because he's gonna try to be cool. He's gonna make a bad decision. He always makes a bad decision. Like it could be a pick or a fumble or a backwards pass. Like he's gonna make a bad decision. But so it's something's gonna happen. Yeah, but definitely INTs in the cards because of how good this Broncos defense is. So give me that. And Patrick Surtain, he's been on people's asses, but he hasn't had a lot of INTs. This could be the game he gets his INT that he needs to get into that Pro Bowl. But right now, he's definitely a Pro Bowler because he's whooping everyone. Like no one's catching shit on him.
No, man. He is shut down, like the definition of shut down. Like pretty sure he's a top 3 in the league in deflected passes, though. He doesn't have the interceptions, but he's got breakups under his belt like crazy, dude. PS2, I mean, yeah, he's probably the best corner in the league in my opinion.
I think he's one of the best corners in the league as well. But maybe not the best, but I think he's really good. Okay, there are a couple guys that are debatable. Okay, there's some debatable guys, but we will get to that. We will get into that during the weekend because of my favorite corner. I'm betting on his team to win, and I'll tell you about that on the weekend. So tune into the weekend show if you want to hear about some good corners. Uh, but INT, bro, is happening. Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals. It's going to happen because they're going to have opportunities. And if we think it's going to be a defensive game, that means that someone, most of the time, both these teams are going to have issues in the red zone to where they can't get into the end zone, which means that the kickers are going to be live. The Broncos allow the most field goals in the NFL. So even the Raiders, Daniel Carlson, he's up for bets too, just because we know the Raiders suck ass and they ain't scoring touchdowns. So they might definitely take the points. Like, they're definitely taking the points, bro. So yeah, bet on that. My first prop is Bo Nix over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think there's the short field. He's not going to pass the ball a lot this game. I don't want to bet on his attempts passing, so because he might have short field a lot of the times. But in a short field, you want to surprise the run with the pass. Play action is going to be open for sure. Once the Raiders can't catch on to when it's a pass, when it's a run, that's when the play action is open. And he has a lot of guys in the short intermediate routes to pass to. Maybe not a lot of deep receivers, but he's going to get a touchdown. He's going to throw it into the end zone if he's in the red zone. And they got decent tight ends too. Evan Ingram, etc. But prop number 2 is Bo Nix over 20.5 completions. Dink and dunk. Okay. I don't believe in big plays in this game. It's not going to happen, especially on the Raiders side. Hell no, not on the Raiders side. Their big plays are going to be blunders where they give the ball back to the Broncos. That's the big play. It's going to be turnover city. If anything, or just punt. Like I wonder, we should have a bet on. There should be a bet on the books of how many punts will the Raiders have in a row. Like I would bet over 5.5. What would you bet?
Ooh, yeah, I would probably take probably first half bets if I was gonna take bunts. I would take 5 punts in the first half.
Dang, that's big
Yeah.
money. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I just I just don't believe in this team at all. I think that Boeing is going to have his way. They did win last week, but this is another game that they can like showcase. They really couldn't showcase anything but their defense because they were like C.J. Stroud, Davis Mills, nope. So Geno Smith, hey man, Geno Smith and Davis Mills, same guy, but one's white. That's in my opinion, bro. That's my opinion.
Garbage is garbage, man. uh,
Either one should be in the
apple
league.
corn and coke cans still shit in the floor, bro.
They are the same person. Neither should be in the
Yeah,
league.
it's not good. It's not good, bro.
But thank you all for tuning in. Tune in for our games coming up on the weekend, Friday. We're still doing well, guys. Like you see our losses and our cashes. We have more wins than losses. So
That's what we aim for.
exactly. So keep on betting with us. Look at the YouTube shorts, guys. Y'all love the YouTube shorts. We have a lot of views on there, but they're also waiting picks. I'm giving y'all the shorts on the games that he bets, that I bet, that we like the most. So keep watch for
We're trying to
those.
give it to you in every form we can. We're on Spotify. You got YouTube Shorts, YouTube. So, I mean, we
TikTok.
got plenty of ways. Yeah, leave comments. We check them out. Leave them on Spotify. Give us some likes and subscribes. Check us out on YouTube. Give us the likes, comments on the shorts, whatever it is. If you got games, you got questions, we follow this year round, man. That's what we're here for. So, you want our opinion? Tell us how we're doing. Tell us how we're not doing. What we can improve on. We're all ears, guys.
For real, man, we're not high and mighty. We don't believe that we're the best betters ever. We just know that we got information. We study just like everybody else studies, and we have opinions that back up our studies to give you a specific personal idea of what is going to happen in a game. So they just go, well, these numbers say this, so I'm betting that. No, the numbers might say this, but I'm saying I still don't believe it. Like for real. Like the numbers say that the Raiders should have this many completions should have 2.5 field goals on the Broncos, but probably not. It might not happen. So like I didn't give you that bet because I don't believe in it, but it could happen because the numbers say that. But I'm not betting it. I ain't telling you to bet. But you should if you believe in the numbers only. I'm giving you some. We're both giving you our personality, our specifics in our bets. That's what makes it our bets. Literally.
Man, and like you were saying, on game bets, on the spreads, dude, we're killing it. Been killing it this year. Over 80% on spreads, over unders, points. So, I mean, if you really want to make some money on that, props not your game. Like I said, we're going to be, as soon as it's legal here in Missouri, I'll be giving you my rundowns, my spreads, what I think of the games we don't cover on the podcast on here. And then you're going to have to check out the 6 games we cover on here to get the rest of us. All right. And then naturally, we'll have our Monday and Thursday night games. But look for that in the future. We'll have it on YouTube Shorts, we'll have it on TikTok, and we'll see what we can do out there. But we're trying to win you money. We're trying to. And here's another thing, guys. If we can get bigger on this, then we get better resources. We have more time to study on this. So if you guys can give us a like and subscribe and a share, it gives us an opportunity to be able to give you more in-depth analysis and better takes. So you help us and we'll help you guys. That's what we're here for. And that's why we started this. So remember, our boys here at Money Huddle, that's what we're trying to do. Get you in the huddle and get you the money.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. And we got merch coming soon. Before the end of the year, we're gonna have some merch. So if you've been here since the beginning, might get some merch. So tune in next week or tune in next this Friday for our picks for this weekend, and we will see y'all then. Good luck with your bets as always. It's your boy Dre signing out. Chat. Peace.